A SOC is kind of a word for a lot of different things, right? There's analysts, there's leadership, there's tier ones or different tiers, and threat intelligence, and all of the different roles and responsibilities. Some are more clearly delineated than others, but we think it's important to really focus on what those roles do, and then practice what those roles are, what those handoffs are, those seams in between those different roles as a routine way of training. So we see 4 broad roles within a medium to large size SOC, right? So starting from the threat, there's threat intelligence that should inform what folks are doing. Second is analysts, day-to-day analysts that are looking at alerts, trying to respond, investigate, and remediate those alerts as they come in. Third is kind of a middle manager or an instructor that is helping to make onboarding more smooth and improvement happen along the way. So we kind of bucket that into an instructor type role that can be an additional duty or can be dedicated. And then fourth is the SOC director, the person that's over those other 3 roles, right? So what we would say is the seams, and it's important to train against the threats, right? To help those threat analysts know what threats they need to be worried about based on intelligence in the industry, intelligence for that specific company, as well as feedback on what are we missing today, right? This new technique, we saw it in our system. We better be looking for it on the threat intelligence side and hunting operations before. So that's how that feedback loop happens. But really, threat intelligence should inform what analysts are looking for and what analysts are prioritizing, right? Not all threat techniques are the same, and not every business is the same. So you want to make sure that the analysts are spending time on those threats that are most applicable to that organization, and then build it out from there. Then third is the instructor role. So how are the analysts doing? How are they able to catch the threats or not? And what does that mean in terms of new technologies, better processes, improved analytics, and more training that's going in? And being able to really measure on production, how are we doing? Are we able to catch those threats at all? Are we able to respond to them in a timely manner? And who's our best analyst? Who's an analyst that maybe needs to improve? Where do they need to improve? To be able to make that as a matter of routine, and then help delineate who's doing what shifts people are working on, what roles they have. Are they in a leadership position or a learning and followership position, and then give them a career path going forward. And really, in the instructor role, one of their core responsibilities is to baseline the organization, to say, here's where we are in terms of performance across our technology, processes, analytics, and personnel, to say, we're doing well here, we need to improve there, and be able to know what that path forward is, and have a real sense of, from the threat intelligence, what are we good at stopping, what are we good at stopping, preventing, responding to, and where do we need to make improvements, and be able to start from that measurement of performance as a baseline, and then show improvements over time, and then finally coming back to the business value. How much risk have we reduced? Where are we good? Where do we need to make improvement? And then make sure that leadership is aware of that. And then the fourth role is really taking all of that information in to say, hey, we're good at threats or we're not. Our analysts are the right size. We have enough in the right roles and responsibilities, and we're doing pretty well at testing and training. And to take that to evolve the SOC to say, not only here's where we need to make improvement, but then go advocate for those resources and break it down for the senior leadership to understand, here's where we need to make improvement, here's why we need to make that improvement, and have the data to back it up, to say our training has reduced our risk in this area by X, and be able to show that with confidence, and have the security leadership talk to the financial leadership with actual data and make sure that that represents your reality, good or bad. If it's bad, you can get additional resources because now you have the data.